Welcome once again, champions. The Zanu PF patriots on their Twitter handle are writing this. And they are saying Chitepo School of Ideology training modules, every civil servant should go to Chitepo. I want you to catch something here on what they've written. They are saying every civil servant should go, right? And one thing that I would want us to understand is that the tactics of Zanu PF, when you know how they operate, you can quickly catch them in their own game. Because right now, as you see them writing like this, they look like they are suggesting that every civil servant should go to Chitepo. But just watch the space. I can tell you this is already a plan that is in place that Zanu PF wants to use to make sure that they will force every civil servant to go there. At first, whenever they plan their things, they use some of their systems, their parrots and their mouthpieces to bring in an issue as if it is a suggestion. Look at what Mnangagwa did with the idea of the 2030. It was given to Mashingo, to some young people at an event, and then they started to shout like that as if it is starting from there. Yet it was already a plan that has been hedged. I can assure you that Zanu PF is this plan to make sure that every civil servant goes to this stupid ideological school of theirs. And just look at what they call the training modules. They are saying national history. And what national history is there in Zimbabwe? There's no national history. There's just a Mnangagwa history. Mnangagwa is busy writing his own history, distorting facts. And all that we know is that Zanu PF will never be a credible source that can ever write the correct history of Zimbabwe. We can only have the correct history from independent people that have nothing to do with Zanu PF, who are not even affiliated to Zanu PF. And I think the history of our nation, Zimbabwe, needs to be rewritten when Zanu PF is out of power, so that we can have a correct record of what happened during that time, not this lie that they are always saying, where they want to be just praising Mnangagwa and making him some Superman or some $6 million man. We used to watch $6 million men when we were growing up, and they want to make Mnangagwa like $6 million man, and that one is not correct. And they talk about Zanu PF party affairs. What kind of a module is that? Why do you talk about party affairs as if party affairs will always be the same? You can't have party affairs being same issues in 1980, in 2000, and in 2024. The affairs of the party will definitely change according to the changing dynamics of the politics in the party and in the country. So you can't have it as a module that is, or as a syllabus. How do you continue to talk about the same? And what affairs, anyway, are they talking about? And just imagine, Zimbabwe economy is part of that. So what will they be telling the young people there, or those people that go there? You want to explain to them that it is not their fault that Zimbabwe is failing. It's something else. They want to just be using propaganda. So this school is just a place of mental brainwashing that is just being done to these people and these young people. And I don't know if it is going to work with adults. You can't take somebody who is already 20 years as a civil servant and you want to take them to this ideological school and you think they will come back changed. You think you can take Chatufa and put me, even if I were to go there, if I would go to that school and they teach me, you think I will leave that place a different man? Never. I can't be changed by that propaganda of Zanu PF. You think you can say whatever that they can say could be able to enter into my scope and be able to change the things that I know, the facts that I know about Zanu PF, that we grew up seeing. Up to now, we are now having grandchildren, and we still see their failures and their shenanigans. And you think some lecturer from that school can talk to me about party affairs or Zimbabwean economy or national ideology, and then I will leave that place a man that will be singing Mnangagwa 2030 over my dead body. I don't think that can ever happen. And some of the modules are mandate for commissariat department, national defense and security, discipline and code of conduct, the do's and the don'ts, guidance on communication roles of NGOs and CSOs. This is where they will be lying that NGOs are no change regime agenda, what, blah, blah. So you must fight them. Then opposition politics and its players and their funders. Just look at this. Just look at this. What is it that they are teaching people here? There is nobody who is funding the new movement in Zimbabwe. It is funded by the citizens of Zimbabwe. Why do they want to always say that every opposition party must have people that I mean, some Western powers or countries that are funding them? That's just hogwash. Zimbabwean people, Zimbabweans in the diaspora, Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe are the ones that have funded even the election that happened last time. So what are they talking about? Which party are they talking about anyway? And why do they want to assume that every opposition party will have some funders? Why? Because it can't be a module. Because what about if there are oppositions that are not being funded? What will you teach on that module if it is already written in black and white? You see, that is just a rigid position of Zanu PF, which is not factual. Because in the event that there's no political party that is being funded, and yet you have a book already that indicates that all political parties that are opposition are already funded, that is a lie already. Then media communications, I'm sure here, that's where they will be teaching them to be Varakashi, to be people that will be only there to say the narrative of Zanu PF, to lie at all costs and defend Mnangagwa no matter what happens. Even if Mnangagwa is caught with Weaknell sharing money, they will still say, no, it is Weaknell who has stolen. Mnangagwa is not, doesn't know anything about that money. So that's what they are doing, and then current affairs and things like that. So these are the plans that I'm telling you. Let's watch the space. You are going to see exactly what I'm saying to you right now. You're going to see it coming to pass. One day you will start to hear some minister of Zanu PF coming out to say this. They are putting up a structure of how civil servants can begin to be enrolled in this stupid school of ideology of theirs. And I don't think that the ideologies of people like Herbert Chitepo that they named after this school is what they are teaching there. The values that people like Chitepo, people like Tongo Gara had during that time is not what this Zanu PF from Mnangagwa today is talking about. These ones are thieves. These ones are just crooks. They are no longer having the people at heart. The people, the philosophies and the manifesto that they had during the time that they were fighting the Smith regime is no longer what this Zanu PF represents today. So they can never come and lie to us and tell us that they can teach Zimbabwean people to understand anything. There's nothing to understand about Zanu PF. The only thing that we do understand about Zanu PF is that these people are just thieves, and they are trying to recruit many young people, brainwash them, and cause them into being militant and cause them to fight against their own parents, their own beloved brothers and sisters, and be violent and always think negatively about anyone who is called opposition, any party that is called opposition, and creating divisions and tensions in the country. That's all what Zanu PF is doing. Zanu PF are all rotten apples in politics. We don't want to continue having these people. They've messed up big time, and our country needs to be freed from them. So this is it, and we are watching. One day I'm going to be coming back on this show and telling you that, did you remember what we said last time? Hear what they are saying now, because they use their parrots to begin an idea, and yet the idea has already been planned long back, and then they would want to do like they are acting on behalf of suggestions that are coming from some corners somewhere. So it's a lot of disguise that Zanu PF operates in, but as for us, we know them, and this is the purpose that we can continue to expose them. So family, I am just giving you quick updates of the issues that are happening in the nation. Thank you so much for continuously joining us and supporting the show. And please subscribe to the channel, and also put comments. Even just greeting me is very, very important. We have about 28 people that are watching right now, but I only have 2 people that have greeted Chatufa. I don't know why you don't like Chatufa that much that you can't even say good morning. It's morning where I am, so a good morning will be good coming from your family. It is also kind, because we are a family. That's why we come together to be in this place. Unless if we're having people that just watch and they are there to just listen to what we have to say and record and put notes down while they are not in agreement with what we are saying. But as long as you are in agreement with change, you are a change champion, you love change, you love a new great Zimbabwe. When you come on the platform, it is also good to just greet each other. We are one family, we are one people under one God, and we are going to be one nation the moment Zanu PF is out of power. So family, thank you for joining me on the show. I will be still coming with, I think, 2 more or so updates before we cross over to the main channel. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We meet again in the next show. Thank you so much. Bless you.